Hello, welcome to the Daily Political Tarot Readings here on the Black and Orange channel. Thank you so much for being here. I am here 365 days of the year. No, seriously, every day, every single day. I have not missed a day in, we're nearing 2 years? No, it was April of 2020 last time I had a day off. Yeah. Anyway, hello everybody. I'm here every day to take your political questions out of the chat. So just leave your questions in the chat before I come on. 10% of my income from everything Black and Orange goes to Feeding America at feedingamerica.org, which supplies food to food banks across the country. That is an ongoing thing. We have epic troll slayers who keep us safe. Thank you. And we have a great community because of you. Thank you. You right there. If you're watching on replay, hello, you can go down in the description box. All the questions are listed out there and you can pick and choose as you wish. Or listen back on just up the speed to 1.25, which if you can find the gear, the little gear symbol, it'll have playback speed and you can raise that up to 1.25, which I do a lot on YouTube. So, just opening up some tea. This is what I put in my water because I find it doesn't need any, I don't need any sweetener or anything in it. So I just take plain nails and just, plain nails, overlay and nails. Thank you, Kay. I take plain water, plain water, look, just room temperature and plunk and just let that sit there and drink it. So I like this stuff. Yeah, anyway. I'm not a herbal tea drinker. I don't know what the deal is. Well, I know I don't drink chamomile because it sets off my allergies, but do you need to know this? No. Do I overshare? Sometimes. Okay. Ricky says, and the star of the show, the inspiration behind the Bee Gees hit song, You Should Be Dancing. Boo Boo said, Kitty, yes, you should be dancing. Shouldn't we all be dancing? I mean, seriously. All right. Don't feel guilty for having anything. Don't be guilty about having anything. I just need to grab the old, pull out the correct. Questions are not sitting there. They should be. Also, I have I need to apologize. Oh my gosh. Boy, did I have just it's just embarrassing. Last night on the, hang on. Sorry, hang on. I'm just trying to get the questions. They're here, right? Yeah, they're all here. Okay, sorry. Crisis averted. Awesome. And then back here. Okay, now we're cooking with gas. Last night, oh my gosh, did I just sent out the wrong email, wrong links. So there was this whole last minute scramble to try to get everyone to the right place and the right links so people could come on with me and all. It was a mess and I apologize. But then to add to all of it, I was trying to deal with that and people and the topic and all of this, and something came up about Saturn returns. And there was someone there who wanted to know about Saturn entering Pisces because she is a Pisces, and she was wondering about Saturn going over her sun. And my brain, my adult brain, was like, that's odd. She's not the right age for Saturn return. And for 5 minutes, I don't know how long, for far too many embarrassing moments, my brain was going, and I was even saying out loud, something's not right. I'm not remembering something right. But it's only after I had done I just made it clear that I had completely, I don't know, my brain, it's like stepped out of my head for a minute, and then it came back and went, ha, look what you did. A Saturn return is when Saturn returns to the place it was when you were born. It's Saturn to Saturn, not when Saturn goes over your sun. So I apologize. I very much made myself look like I don't know the first thing about astrology. And while I am, I'm very open about how much I don't know in life, I'm always trying to learn. Whew. Okay. Anyway. So, okay. All right. There was something last night. Last night was the Patreon Tarot Social, which we started having whoever wants to come on the screen with me and ask questions, and we talk and give your opinions and all that kind of stuff. Thank you, lucky girl. Yes, Tiger, Saturn over your sun will still put an emphasis on serious matters. Yeah, not as traumatic as Saturn transit Saturn, true. But the auditor shows up like, okay, see those receipts, what you've been doing with your life. But if you've been doing the work, Saturn will reward you. If you haven't been doing the work, there's a size planet Saturn boot that's going to connect with your tuchus. Anyway. All right. So we're starting 7 minutes in. And Texas AG Ken Paxton. Oh. There's nothing like political news. Nicest people. Texas AG Ken Paxton has filed a case. This is the Ken Paxton who the DOJ has taken up the corruption case against him. Am I correct in that? Or was that? So Texas AG Ken Paxton has filed a case to have the bills that fund the government, the federal government. Thank you, Lois. Thank you. Love from Saturn. Thank you. Thank you, Lois. That is sweet. Trust me, you want any, that was very sweet, but you want any distraction from this that you can get, because this is so Looney Tunes. I mean, what a maroon. What a ultra maroon. Texas AG Ken Paxton has filed a case to have the bills that fund the federal government, including the military, unconstitutional. Yes, you heard that right. The Texas AG has filed a case with a Trump-appointed judge to have the bills that fund the government, the federal government, including the military, but the federal government, to have those bills found unconstitutional. Poof. Holly Wanda says, I'm having trouble keeping all these criminals straight. What a cornucopia of deplorables. Yes, and yes, I have trouble too. I have trouble keeping all of these people straight. But yes, Texas AG Ken Paxton, federal government, Trump appointed lawyer or Trump appointed judge, to say that the bills funding the federal government are unconstitutional and should therefore the funding of the government should go poof. Troy says, I hope Autumn tells him to sit all the way down. Rob's asking, should we start a GoFundMe to help buy Ken Paxton a brain cell? Go. Revolution. Ricky's asking, and people elected this loon? Tigress says, does that include funding for their health care and salaries? Well, their state. They're not federal. Thief. He's saying that the federal government, it's some, the article, it was something about taxation. Was it something about taxation without representation? I forget. At that point, my brain was just like, I can't. I can't. I can't. No. It's been a week. It's been a couple of weeks. It's been a month. No. Just no. Theft. So he thinks it's theft, and we think he's lost his marbles. Three of Pentacles, Three of Swords, Six of Swords, excuse me, Temperance, Judgment. Oh, he can plan whatever he wants, but it's not going to work. Matter of fact, Paxton, excuse me, AG Paxton, why exactly do you have a card for going off the river, going to jail or prison, right in the center of your the reading on you and what you're trying to do? Could you? Yeah, because right here is Temperance and Judgment, which is, are you out of your flipping mind? Yeah. So I don't know what the Trump judge is going to do, but ultimately I've got major, he's over here and it's not looking great for him. This is all very small. And then we have two major arcana saying, sit all the way down. Yeah. No, you moron. Darren says I should read defund the U.S. military. Yeah. Yep. Defund the military. Oh, I need a bless you for Giacomo. Hang on. Which is kind of appropriate considering I think they're watching Mass. Bless yous all around. Bless you. Bless you. Bless you. May the divine bless you. Wow. Let's ask about Paxton in general. Oh, it's 13 minutes in, and Paxton is a moron. Paxton. I'll just put that for now. I'll just put Paxton. There you go. What? No bless yous for Giacomo? Exactly. And you, and you, and you. Yes, Lady Eva. And for that guy, a Southern, bless your heart. Paxton. Texas AG Paxton. What's your future? Most of the cards are right up the top of the deck. Stuff bubbling to the surface. Queen of Cups. Page of Cups. Five of Swords. King of Wands. Ace of Wands. Five of Wands. This is pathetic. It's going to be a while. And this is just being obnoxious. This is these right here, these four cards together. These are the cards of being an obnoxious jerk. Small, petty, insult to injury, king with a bludgeon, big bludgeon, stirring up trouble, far right extremism. Meanwhile, trying to come down on what Democrats there are in Texas and in the Texas legislature and the Democratic Party over here. So nothing's going to happen to him soon, but he's just a very small. His energy is very small. You choose the negative over and over and over and over and over and over, and you just get smaller and smaller in your energy because you're not drawing on your divine connection. And when you draw on your divine connection, that's when you are kind to others. That is when you care for others. That is when you have moments of selflessness, which is something that these yahoos don't even remember, not even vaguely glimmer. So Maria is saying Houstonian here. They should all go to jail. They're all terrible. I understand. Melba starts as small. That's the key word here. Small minds, small hearts. Yeah. Oh, Mrs. Katura, just finished my church service. Now I'm having lunch and tea. Thank you. All right. Joyce has a question. I think we read on something like this recently, but it's here, so let's read on it. Oh, no, wrong one. That question about Paxton's, I put it in the wrong place. It should be up here. There we go. So at 17, let's say 17. Future. In order to participate in any GOP presidential primary debates, the party, so GOP, is requiring that all candidates sign a written pledge to support the eventual nominee, no matter what. And me without popcorn. There are as yet unnamed consequences for violating said pledge, but the consequences will exist. Will Trump sign the pledge so he can be allowed to debate the primaries? Or is he going to say, I'm not doing that, and try to set up his own debates, or who knows what? I know Polly wanted a Trump pledge. Waste of a tree. Somebody needs to go apologize to the spirit of that tree that made the piece of paper that's written on. So, yeah, it's interesting, though, that, oh, Marby, thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's interesting that they're trying to set up the schedule for 2024 and who's going to come to the conventions and the debates and the stuff and granted, there are only a couple of people who have officially thrown their name in the ring. But it's interesting that so far, DeSantis apparently hasn't been invited anywhere. Maybe it's just because he hasn't thrown his name in the ring. Maybe not. Just passing on that piece of information for what it's worth. But a pledge. Will Trump sign a pledge to support the Republican nominee if it isn't him? I'm sorry, that's hysterical. Yeah, sign this. Uh-huh. I loved that. Aspie Third Eye said the only pledge from Trump that might be worth a darn would have to come in a yellow spray can. For those outside the U.S., pledge is a wood cleaner. It comes in a yellow can. Spray and you wipe down your wood surfaces. So pledge. Lemon scented is the yellow can. So yeah, sign that. Here, sign here. Polly Wanda says, I pledge to purchase more pins. My Trump doll is so full of pins I can't see the face. So he's saying, yeah, right. That's not going to happen. Ricky says, maybe they're all afraid DeSantis will hurt Trump's widow feelings. 5 of Pentacles, Knight of Cups, Knight of Swords, Queen of Wands, Page of Swords. What's the name of the head of the RNC? Because my brain's saying Rona Graff, but that's not. That's Trump's secretary from New York. I can't remember her name, but that feels like her. She's trying to put some teeth behind this to unify, but Rona McDaniel, thank you. McDaniels, thank you. These are a bunch of egomaniacs and bullies. I think the DNC will have their act together a little bit better. No, yeah, good luck. Just at 22 minutes in, there was something I was going to ask about this. Oh, Wil DJT take part in the Republican debates? Okay. So, Trumpy, going to take part in the debates? Polly wonders, how do I describe my Trump dolls on eBay? Slightly trampled, lightly singed, gently battered? That was awesome, Polly Wanda. I love the way your mind works. That's hysterical. Renier suggesting gently destroyed. Yeah, there we go. I really am. Yeah, everyone, you guys are hysterical. I agree, Jeffrey. And I think that things like, do I think things like voodoo dolls work? If you put enough energy into it, I guess. But I think for most people, it would just be an exercise in venting. And I'm a big believer in, if you want to craft yourself a Trump voodoo doll and do something, at the end of the day, have you hurt anybody? I mean, really? So I'm all for artistic expression. So Rob D gently run over with a car. Oh yeah, Polly wanted to put on the eBay listing the tread of the tires from, like, this tread is from an Acura, yeah, okay. I'm asking about, will DJT take part in the debates? And I've got 6 cards. Far right victory. This feels like, at the beginning of big football games where they have the whole hype music and intro and all of that's what this feels like. And then it's 4 of Swords, 6 of Pentacles, air signs is communication. It would be a debate, and this is crickets, and then this is charity. And I don't think it's going to be, oh, Trump's too busy at his, working, doing charity. No. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune, Two of Wands. Mr. Trump. Mr. Trump regrets to inform you he cannot be there for the debates. He's a little busy. Chariot, Wheel of Fortune. It's like galloping out of the clouds down to him. Fate may intervene. I'm getting right now. I'll keep checking, but so he says, I thought you had to have some real hair from the person you make a doll for. That's, I don't know. A lot of that kind of stuff was back in the day when you wouldn't be mad at and somebody you didn't have some level of physical access to, or to access to a hair from their head. But I don't know. I've never done it, so it's not my kind of thing. True, Mel, it is hard to show up at a debate when you have an ankle bracelet / home monitor situation. Yeah, maybe you could ask the judge if he can go be in the debate. A little field trip. All right, 27 minutes in. Joyce had a question. And like I said earlier, I think I've read on this before, but we'll just have a quick look. Joyce was asking, will Trump's billion-dollar lawyer get him off in Georgia? So will he walk away unscathed, scatheless in Georgia? Will Trump away? Will Trump walk away unscathed in Georgia? Lawyer's going to be trying to help, obviously knocking some of the arguments down, but Magician, King of Cups, Nine of Wands, Lovers, Secrets. This was part of he was the center of a bigger action. This lawyer is a good lawyer, but the fact is they have the information of the others who were involved, and it's kind of hard you'd have to dismiss everybody's charges. And there's going to be some, not literally, but metaphorically, knockdown, dirty fighting going on to try to bring people to justice. That's a lovely day in Georgia. That is a lovely, lovely day in Georgia. Are those magnolias? They're not, but Tower, Ace of Wands, Judgment, Temperance, Seven of Cups. Okay. This is the charging, and what have you. And this is trying to fight back against it, but strong as an ace is, as pure as the power is, it's not. It can't stand up against the tower. And then there's judgment in the middle, which would, the case is not going well for him. I do have temperance here, though, with actually, I'm going to ask for clarification on these two. So it says, we pretend they're magnolias. Yeah, exactly. Did anyone read the Fae series, Fae Fever series? It was really a number of years ago. It was a big deal. The main character was from Georgia, and she and her sister were raised not to swear. So even as an adult, as silly as it was, she instead of like a rear end, they'd say petunias, kick him in the petunias, stuff like that. What's going on with the temperance and the 7 of cups? Trump the man, the bully, the loser. The legendary loser. Knight of Cups. Ace of Pentacles. It's going to be expensive. 2 of Cups. People have turned on Trump. People are going to throw others under the bus. There's a lot of legal worry. And him running out of money. Ooh, big time money problems. Big time money problems right here. So it doesn't look good for him. I don't think he's going to just be able to swan off. I hope not. I mean, we've seen it happen. It's not like well, it's not like we haven't been here before. All right. Now this, I'm amazed, did not happen sooner. These people are slacking. Slackers. Several news outlets have banded together and are trying to force McCarthy to release the January 6 videos to all outlets by law under the Freedom of Information Act. Where have you been? Really? Will they be successful? When I read on this before, I got yes, but let's see. Ricky says that $1 billion lawyer will be lucky to get $1.98 from Trump. Yeah. Hello, Secrets of the Red Moon Tarot. Clear the fog. Release the tapes. Yes. World. King of Cups. Ace of Swords. Sword of Truth right in the middle. 8 of Pentacles. Yeah, Fox has got a head start. But these feel like good lawyers. Yeah, you can't... McCarthy cannot release them to one outside group and not release it. No. Doesn't feel like that's even an option. So, good. But where have you guys been? Anyway. Man, oh day. Ricky had quite the question. And no, I've never read on this. Quite the question. 30, 34, 45. Let's do that. 34, 45. What will Trump's first day in handcuffs be like? Will the police have to force him to the ground? I would imagine not, but I don't know. Oh, Joyce, thank you for the question. What will Trump's first day in handcuffs be like? Oh, the indignitude. See, quite often he is a coward. Bullies usually are, and he is quite the coward. So normally, if he is actually confronted, he'll back down. But this is different. This feels a little different. I mean, he won't like fully resist if they're trying to put him in handcuffs, but he's furious. You know, like a get off me kind of thing. And they're just a little more firm. That's kind of what it feels like. Quiet as a tomb. You know, assuming they handcuff him. Let's see what the cards have to say. Is it a giant maggoteers? Sun, Ace of Pentacles, Knight of Pentacles, Hierophant, Six of Wands. This doesn't feel like something where they go pick him up. This feels like something where they contact his lawyer, and the lawyer puts forth 87 motions, and they're like, no, he has to turn himself in, but there's a delay, and yep, and there'll be great big maggoteers. Waggy says we do not have an extradition agreement with Saudi Arabia. That's where he's going, worst case scenario. Could be. So, you're going to be handcuffed, Trump? The dynasty. And that's Six of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, Five of... I don't know if he's going to be handcuffed. If he was, it would just be... He would be a spoiled brat about it. But this is lawyers. This is all lawyer stuff. And this, if that's a, that is a knight, but it's a knight on someone fighting for his rights. And again, I've got this far right victory card kind of moving around in the background. So Azalea says, I don't think they'll handcuff him either. I'm not getting who he's going to be. But ankle monitor. Burden. That would be quite the burden on him. Looking out. This card for him having an ankle monitor, like usual, are very positive for us. It's a burden. If he wants to go anywhere, he's just having to look out from wherever he is inside. He has to plan if he wants to go anywhere. And this is him being the indignity, the how dare you. Do you know who I am? Ladies and gentlemen, there's someone up at the desk who does not know who he is. If you have any idea who the person at the desk is, please come up to the desk. Thank you. Thank you, Ricky. Yeah. Hippie Gypsy, I'm going to disagree with you on that one. Sorry. I'm an outlier. But I do not think that assault should be part of anybody's incarceration. I'm very much against, and I don't think it's funny. No one should have to deal with that. That's so. Just throw that out there. You're not the first person I've said that to. You won't be the last. I'm just saying. I don't think we should go there. Eileen had a question at 40:45. Will the Supreme Court become a pivotal election point during the 2024 elections? So basically, is SCOTUS going to muscle their way in onto the 2024 elections? Oh, jeez. Oh, absolutely, hippie gypsy. Those pictures were ridiculous. Trump as an astronaut, please. All right, SCOTUS. Roll my head. I'm going to roll my eyes so far back, they're going to roll out of the back of my head. So, Supreme Court, you're going to get involved in the 2024 election? Well, the Republicans will try. Working. Because we're not just talking about the presidential. There are various legal challenges that could make their way up to the Supreme Court. The world, the star, the Six of Swords, Four of Wands, Death card. That's interesting. These days, this is my Mar-a-Lago card. So the base of the far right base, or base of power. But this is traditionally the vacation or retirement card. I call it my cruise ship card. Like, these people have come out from the ship to do a day tour of whatever tropical city. So I'm asking about the Supreme Court. Will they get involved in 2024? I've got 3 major arcana. But right in the center, I've got that feels like more than challenges. Why have I got this? It would really only make sense for me to have these 2 cards right here if there is a bad actor, if there are some people doing some real shenanigans there needs to be an end to these shenanigans. Something that you could end up in prison for. Something on the far right. Something out of the base. Or the true believers. I wonder if you would think it would be a very tight presidential race because that's what we've had. But these feel pretty decisive. I mean, it starts with the world. End of chapter, end of book. We're good, moving on, done. And then the star, which is a clear hope, clear winner, clear... interesting. I'm getting... The energy is more interesting than I thought it would be. Whoa. Okay. One last trend. Supreme Court. You're going to butt into the 2024 presidential race. Because 2000 was so much fun. Queen of Wands. Far right. Tower. A tower and a 4. This is a lack of Republican. It sounds too good to be true that there'll be a landslide, or there'll be a decisive victor. But as with this, let's see what these other cards are. Devil, Temperance, Sun. We're tired of this. We're tired of this extremism and the corruption and taking people's rights away. We want something more tempered. We want to get on with our lives. We want to have our rights as women and other people as well. And the Sun can be part of this nastiness here, which people are reacting to, but it's can also just be illumination and a brighter day. I wonder if there are going to be so many Looney Tune candidates that people are like, no, just no, we're not going there. So, all right, just spread out the major arcana. Sylvia, thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, Azalea, 4 major arcana. It's a pretty big deal. Okay. Sandy Miller says my food stamps have gone down to $16. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yikes. Bless. Okay, 47.45. The feds are questioning Hershel Walker's fundraising. And pointing out several violations, specifically the Recount Fund, which seems to be a dumping ground for excess contributions. What do you think of this inquiry? Well, Sandy Miller, I hope you're okay. Hershel Walker's fundraising. Oh, it's just 3 cards. Okay. Oh, well, he learned from the best. Empress, Queen of Cups, Knight of Cups. This is America, and this is anyone who comes against the far right, they consider Democrats. This is DOJ. Is it state? Is it federal? Is it taxation? Is it IRS? This doesn't look good for him. He's like over here where it's like, ugh, okay, we're gonna go look at this stuff. We're gonna do something about it. What? Wait, what? Man o' day. Deanna is saying the constriction of money is going to really hurt everyone. Walmart is seriously going to take the GOP behind the woodshed. Mel Broussard says misuse of election funds could be money laundering. That's a possibility. Excuse me. Don't know what happened there. Moon. Well, he's like Jack O'Neill in Star SG-1, Minnesota, or in this case, home of the loon. Yeah. 9 of Cups, 9 of Wands, Page of Cups. It's just there. They're just going through this stuff, walking out with his furniture. I don't, man. Goodbye. Goodbye, Hershel Walker. Okay. Quick check in on this, very brief, because it's more of the same. A new bill in Florida would give DeSantis more control of the state university curriculum in Florida, potentially banning gender studies. Yes, indeed. Thank you, Cheryl. Thank you. Will this madness end? You can't study genders. Queen of Swords. 4 of Wands, 2 of Cups, 9 of Pentacles. I don't know what to tell you. It's just taking over curriculums. Yes, there will be this kind of far-right garbage will not last long term, but it'll last for now because he's still sucking up to the super far right and he's sitting pretty. I wish I had better news. Linda Johnson saying he wants to ban all AP classes. By the way, for what it's worth, I am so grateful. I am so grateful for your help. It makes such a difference in my life. I cannot even tell you. But I do want to be very clear on something. If you are struggling, I would feel terrible if you sent me anything. If you donated to me or sent me something from my wish list. If you are struggling, please just take care of yourself. I would feel awful if I thought that you were struggling, but you were sending me something. At the end of the day, I do pay rent. I pay equal rent here to somebody who has a 1-bedroom apartment down the street. I found out how much those apartments rent for, and that's how much rent I'm paying. But I'm not going to end up without a roof over my head, even if everything collapses. So please take care of yourself. I do not want to take advantage of anybody, and I want you, whoever you are, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. I'd love us if you subscribed or you hit the thumbs up. But I don't want anything more than that. I want you to be okay. Anyway, all right. Oh, thank you, Sandy Miller. Okay. Okay. 55. The large PACs are starting to announce lineups. Oh, this was it. These large PACs are starting to announce lineups for speaking leading up to the election, and DeSantis is nowhere in sight. Does this mean he will lack large donors in 2024? Oh, thank you, Jane. Thank you. So the large PACs are starting to announce lineups for speaking leading up to the election, and DeSantis is nowhere in sight. Will he lack large donors? Knight of Swords. Well, there might be some last-minute rushing, but Lady Eva, Autumn practices what she says. This 10% goes to feeding people. Yeah. Oh, thank you. I've been hungry, or I've run out of food. I didn't know where I was going to end up, or if, how I was going to keep a roof over my head. I've been there, and anything, as I succeed, there should be a little, just a little drag to help those who are hurting. That's my belief. All right, Lover's card, 6 of Wands, Page of Wands, 8 of Pentacles, 9 of Wands. Right now, he's the heir apparent. People are assuming he's going to win. He'll get the message out. He will get some work done. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is, but I get that DeSantis, even though he's just, everyone's like, yeah, he's it. I just get this feeling that once he's on a national stage and everybody gets a really good look at him outside of Florida, it may not go so well. Renier, yes. Right now, DeSantis is the big fish in a small pond. Yep. But in the broad scope, he will be a very small fish in an ocean. Yes. Yes. Correct me if I am wrong. Recently, I read when one of the Voyagers was sent out, there was a written letter from Jimmy Carter included. Is that right? And this can't be right. Voyager letter, Jimmy Carter, and he said there were 200 million people in the US or something. No, he said there were 4 billion people in the world. I forget, but it was just, the numbers were so much lower than they are now. It was like, wow. Oh, you guys saw that too. Okay. Because yeah, we are not, I've said this a million times, we are not hardwired to be able to wrap our minds around the idea of how many people there are in the world. We're just not. And people still make decisions based on, as if there are, maybe a few thousand people in the world. We're weird like that because we didn't evolve to have the multitude. We had our clans. Evelyn says he's going to go down. I live here and citizens are turning against him little by little with 4 blue hearts. I'm glad to hear that, Evelyn. Glad to hear you're okay. Knight of Cups. I'm just going to have a quick look here. High Priestess. 7 of Wands. There's the Empress in the center. King of Cups. 2 of Swords. Yeah, this doesn't look good. This is America when they finally get a look at him. And with his secrets and the horrible stuff he did, this is so far right on the defensive. That's Biden. This is my voting card. Card for the reading is active Democrats. Yep. Okie dokie. So we've got some international questions here. One is about Ukraine, and then two, I know some of you are just not fans of the monarchy, but there is some interesting, unexpected stuff going on. So I thought we should look at it. But let me ask this question about Ukraine first. Yaz was asking, is there a chance that GOP members who went to Ukraine and are now calling on Biden to send F-16s might be doing some reverse psychology stuff, trying to push him into risking escalation? Oh, yeah, that's a good question. Reverse psychology? Two of Cups. Partnership. Queen of Swords. Five of Wands. Judgment. Five of Cups. Star. Bless. 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 Man. It's a nightmare. War is a nightmare. This is military power. This is the fighting. This is the people who've died. This is a card of disappointment, but it feels like just sorrow. And the U.S. being strong. It could be, I mean, it could always be reverse psychology, but this actually feels like now that they've been there, now that they've seen things for themselves, is it possible that some of them have gone, you know what, I can't play this game. These people need help. And our military industrial complex will make money because this is lend-lease stuff. Ukraine, we're not just pouring money into Ukraine willy-nilly. A chunk of this is lend-lease. They have to pay us back. So we want them to win so we can get stuff back from them. Because if Russia wins, I wouldn't put anything past any of these Republicans at this point, but that's America. Nine of Cups, King of Pentacles, Three of Wands. I'm not getting underhanded. I'm getting, we have a whole lot of stuff. And traditionally Republicans, if anybody's a war hawk, it's usually on the Republican side. And this is looking out for our interests, which is we want that money back. And there are atrocities going on and our name is involved and we need to win this thing. They need to win this. We need to help them win this. That's what I'm getting. Lady Eva says, Ukraine is the breadbasket of Europe. Food prices here have soured since the war started. We support Ukraine, but we are also concerned here. Yeah. I'm not getting a whole lot of, manipulation here. I'm getting traditional Republican energy. So for what it's worth, sword, not soured. It's kind of the same thing. The prices here, they've soared. They've gone bad. That's what I took it to be. All right, at 105. Okay. 105. You think, oh, you're an American. Who cares about the monarchy? You know, we fought a war to not have to care. Oh, no. Our forefathers would love this. So, founders of the United States, you will enjoy this wherever you are in spirit. King Charles, his team is a little upset. It turns out he's not very popular. They are unable to find a headlining act for the concert after his coronation in May. Elton John has a scheduling conflict. Adele, Harry Styles, and the Spice Girls have all politely declined. And they've only been able to get Take That. Do you remember Take That? I Want You Back for Good, that song? Minus Robbie Williams. Tigress says, I like to think of it as Diana's Revenge. And apparently, in settling on Take That without frontman Robbie Williams, someone described it, it's the 90s equivalent of NSYNC without Justin Timberlake or the Jackson 5 without Michael. Is this a sign of the level of support the monarchy will see in the future? Oh, Lynette says Ed Sheeran said no, too. Charles. Although apparently Elton John actually has a scheduling conflict in that he's playing Germany the night before, but oh dear. Yeah, got a thing. Can't, oh, sorry, can't be there. Ten of Cups, Two of Swords, Star, Nine of Cups, Six of Wands. They want a star. They really, really want a star. Oh, and by the way, they won't ask Paul McCartney. Because apparently there was a concert after Charles' divorce, and I guess McCarthy was there, and he played a song I wasn't immediately familiar with, but it has to do with a woman walking away from a marriage and kind of, I guess, how she should or something. And apparently it offended Charles. And so he's not on speaking terms with Sir Paul. They really, there'll be lots of pomp and circumstance. There will be many libations and foods and what have you, stuff in the sky. But the choice for the star, it just feels like it gets to here and it stalls. Everything else, that's just money. Oh yeah, we're going to get to, there's one other thing about the Queen. We'll get to that in just a second. Now, I was wondering, okay, I mean, I don't like the guy, but I don't care that much. Do you know what I mean? He's awful, but at least he's not Andrew, you know, whom I despise. But Charles, 110. So, but here's the thing. When Charles first married Camilla, he said that she would be when he became, she would be a princess something something. She wouldn't become a queen. People were like, I don't like it, but all right. Well, later on, he talked to Mummy, and eventually she would become Queen Consort. Grumble, grumble, we don't like it. Well, apparently now, no, she's going to be queen. That's what the link said. And according to the Daily Beast, Camilla will simply just be queen. So how is this going to go over with the public? Because we can see how it's going down. This whole situation is going down with those in the entertainment industry. Yeah, Renee, just what Camilla wanted all along. 10 of Cups. One happy family. 9 of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, insult to injury right in the center. 8 is working, 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 and the Sun. No, he's gonna just be obnoxious about it, and well, she's done the work. She goes out and helps open hospitals and I can just hear all of the heinous quotes we've heard over the years and the horrible things they put Diana through, but he's just gonna do that. Oh, and apparently they've set the date of the coronation on Archie's birthday to kind of guarantee Harry won't be there. I wouldn't think that would necessarily have an effect, but apparently it does. I don't know about that. Yeah, Kathy Delisle, King Chucky and his poisonous flower of a queen. Yeah. Yeah. But it's not my country. And I am no longer married to an Englishman, so it has nothing at all to do with me. I thought you would find it interesting that King Charles can't get a headliner for this celebration of his coronation. Holly and Friends says, Sir Elton was a close friend of Diana's. Did Charles really think Elton would perform at the coronation? Lynette calls them Chuck and Cam. I like that a lot. Betty says, wish them well. Yeah. Lady Eva says, maybe they could just hire a DJ. Amy Jones says, astrologically, he picked a bad day for his crowning. Yeah. Yeah. I do not understand how people with vast amounts of wealth and fame and all of this stuff cannot even go hire an astrologer. Have a flunky go talk to an astrologer to pick a day. Really? Anyway, that's going to do it for me for today. From Chicago, Illinois, in the United States of America. All right, it's 1:30 p.m. here in Chicago. In 2 hours, I will be over on the Creative Sprints channel. Your astrology forecast video will be coming out late this afternoon, so you can see what's coming up this week. And other than that, I'll be right back here tomorrow. So Yes, Tigers. Diana had an astrologer. She was smart. Yep. All right. So take care. All right. You're not alone. We are in this together. There are good days ahead. There are. All right. So take care. See you tomorrow.